The boy peed on his mother, and then the next day a strange flower grew on the back of his mother. What was even more strange was that she felt a beard growing on her face. Also, her teeth became a little more pointed. Mary ignored these changes at first, but soon she started realizing that she was slowly turning into a dog. That day, she took her son to the park to play. Surprisingly, a group of dogs immediately gathered around her, as if they recognized their species, and they were all grown men. Mary was very happy with this and started playing with the dogs on the ground with her son. She did not know that flowers found in animals were slowly growing on her face. In the evening, Mary was going to take a bath when she suddenly felt pain in her tailbone. On taking off her clothes, she saw that a 110 centimeters long growth had grown on her tailbone, which was very painful to touch, and she was so frightened that she immediately took out a needle and heated it to sterilize it, and as soon as she pierced the growth, a long piece of flower suddenly came out. However, after this incident, Mally's sense of smell became extremely sensitive and much more intense than usual. He could instantly identify 18 elements present in cheese biscuits. At that very moment, Mary was surprised to know that she was slowly turning into a sniffing dog. Awakened by the sound of barking at night, Mary saw that the neighbor dogs had come to look for her. Mary thought that maybe the dogs had come to play, but she immediately felt something strange. Initially, Mary thought that the incident of the previous night was just a dream, but the next morning her son brought a dead mouse and showed it to her, and she was horrified. She asked her son to throw the mouse away immediately. Then he saw dead small creatures at the door. Till then he realized that what happened yesterday was not a dream. These animals were probably caught by him and the dogs during the night hunt. To know what is happening, Mary immediately went to the library and asked the woman for a book on transforming into a dog. The librarian was stunned to hear this. However, seeing Mary's seriousness, she gave her a book on magical women. Reaching home, Shakti started studying and found that this book mentioned a wonderful woman. These women make their nests after giving birth to children, and with time they turn into a free bird. But while reading this, he suddenly got trapped in a web of illusion. In that web, he finds himself as a huge bird that lives in the sand and can fly freely in the sky. At this time, Mari feels unique peace, but the next moment her son's voice pulls her back to reality. On knowing that her son was hungry, Mari hurriedly took him to an outside restaurant and fed him. But while they were eating, the wooden utensils suddenly broke. But Mari did not ask the waiter for new utensils and started eating with her hands. In that context, Mari was celebrating her biological instincts. She started making dog-like noises by taking big mouthfuls. It seemed that Mary's lifestyle was becoming like a dog when she felt the strange looks of people. Mary immediately stopped her hand movements and started cleaning the dirt from her face with a tissue. At that time, a library employee suddenly came and said something like, "Take the children away. They like to play a lot." Saying this, he played with Mary's son. Thus, Mary's face lit up. It seemed as if she had met her dear friend. She wanted to talk to another person. Finally, he hunted a small rabbit on the side of the road. It was not until the stormy night that he returned home and washed off all the dirt on his body before daring to sleep. Mary's mood became very happy after this night's encounter, and she even treated herself as a naughty dog when she saw the babies. By then, Mary found a way to take care of the baby that suited her. In the days that followed, she would take care of her baby during the day, change into a dog at night, and go out hunting. She only feels comfortable with her own kind. That night, he ran out to hunt with the other dogs and suddenly felt a little hungry. After seeing the kitten at the door of her house, he rushed to it without saying a word. By the time she woke up the next day, Mary realized that she might be in trouble because of the dog. Not backing down, the heat of his close kill did not let her break a sweat at all. But when she reached the door of the house, she saw that her husband's favorite pet cat was actually dead. The woman just unknowingly killed her husband's beloved pet cat, and the husband immediately got furious because that cat was dearer to him than his life. The husband asked Miriam why she did this and said that if she had any problem in taking care of the children, she could have asked him for help. This hurt Miriam so much that she got angry. He never paid attention to the game nor helped her in any of her work. When I left my acting career, it was on your insistence so that you could get your identity and success outside. I sacrificed my time and dreams. I also took care of all the household work. Still, all this was not enough. I just unknowingly killed your beloved pet cat. As soon as Miriam heard that her husband said that the woman should take care of the family, she became completely silent. After some time, she proposed to divorce her husband because she also felt the need of her time and space. The husband also calmed down a bit now, and he asked Miriam if she regretted having children. Mary nodded at this because she had just not yet found a way to balance parenting and work. Soon her husband took the children, and Mary got a break. In her leisure time, she started painting again. She would take time to run and exercise. At that time, Mary understood the value of her life, but when her husband left the house, Mary's health started improving. In fact, Mary's desire to become a dog was a result of her inner desire, because taking care of the child limited her and she wanted to be a free dog. With time, her husband also understood the difficulties of taking care of a child. One day, he was feeding noodles to the child, but the child threw them on the floor, due to which the house became a mess. Seeing all this, he bent down to the ground and quickly cleaned it. After some time, almost all of Mary's paintings were done, and she organized an art exhibition based on motherhood. In this, she presented Mao's difficulties in artistic form. These paintings touched the hearts of many women. After the exhibition, her husband came and immediately apologized to her because he finally understood how hard it is to take care of children. At the end of the story, the two forgave each other and got back together. After going through so much, they started anew. They finally found a way to balance family and work because raising children is not a one-person affair. They decided to run a family and raise children together. This video tells us that raising a child is really a big challenge in fast-paced life. The couple should be united and avoid internal conflicts on the road to childcare. As long as husband and wife join hands to share the responsibility, the flowers of the motherland can bloom.